Okie dokie. I'd like to welcome everyone to the first community board meeting for the year and wish everyone a happy new year. As a board, in a year's time, we want to look back and be able to list some of our achievements, which hopefully will include some outdoor gym equipment. We will be putting in a submission to the long-term plan. And hopefully having some engagement sessions with our community and sports group to see how we might be able to enable them. And in our agenda, we've got opening prayer, reflection, words of wisdom. So I took it on myself to do words of wisdom. We'll open with words of wisdom, and then Tori at the end will close with the karakia. So, unity is strength. When there is teamwork and collaboration, wonderful things can be achieved. And that's from Matty Stepanek. So everyone's going to take a turn at doing those, and I will send out the calendar of that. Do we have any apologies? No apologies, and no public forum. No late items. And does anyone have to declare a conflict of interest? No. So confirmation of our last minutes, which were 12th of December 2023. 4th of December. Can I have a mover and a seconder, please? Kat Marin Brown and Joe Butcher. And we have no decision reports, but we have Ross's report, information only. So I'll hand it over to you, Ross.
Kia ora, Madam Chair. Good afternoon, board members. I'll take the report as read, but I just want to highlight a couple of matters for you. The first is in relation to the engagement that is taking place over the next 2 or 3 days. So in relation to the reserve strategy and the Huipatia Reserve Development Plan, we've got an engagement session coinciding with the summer soccer event at Ōtorohanga Domain. So that's tomorrow night. And then on Saturday morning, the team will be at Huipatia and along the walkway, Stockbank Cycleway area, just talking to users and getting a sense from people what their aspirations, what their expectations, what their uses of these spaces are to help inform the development of that strategy. And we're going to have the questions that the team will be asking in person duplicated online. So people who aren't able to make or don't frequent those places will still have an opportunity to share their views around this particular body of work. I'll move on then and just talk about the multi-purpose facility or the multi-purpose hub. So the 2 surveys that were highlighted in my report have just closed. I know we've had a good level of feedback. I can't share with you what the nature of that feedback is yet because I haven't received that information, other than generally people seem to be quite supportive of the approach being taken around looking at building on existing facilities rather than perhaps building something brand new at a much higher cost. So I guess in many respects, it sounds like, and I caveat that I haven't seen the detail yet, but it sounds like there's a close alignment in terms of the feedback from the survey to what the engagement work that has been undertaken, particularly through the workshop sessions to date, has identified. So that gives us some confidence that that early work is reflective of the community's view. And then just note in relation to the Ōtorohanga Sports Hub project, that we've got a meeting of the users on Friday afternoon. So that's really a needs assessment exercise, just meeting between the consultants, Robbie from Sport Waikato, and staff and those user representatives. So look, I'll leave it there, but happy to answer any questions that members may have.
Has anyone got any questions for us? No? So the staff recommendation that the Ōtorohanga Community Board receive the report titled Ōtorohanga Town Concept Plan Implementation Plan Update, document number 738420 from Ross McNeil, Chief Advisor. Can I have a mover and a seconder, please? Steve and Peter. Thank you. And then we'll go on to board projects. So picnic in the park, and I think Tori's going to speak to this.
Yes, so picnic in the park, we've just had a little chat and think it's better for us, instead of doing how we aimed to do one every month over summer, to just do one a year. I think all of us will jump in. It's not as onerous. Kids Day is on the 3rd of March. So what I'm thinking of is we could combine it with Kids Day, but instead of having picnic in the park on the 3rd of March, having a Kids Day on the 22nd of March. So that's the second to last Friday of March. So the week after that is Good Friday and Easter weekend. I think if we combine it with that, we could open the climbing wall, how Peter said, have activities and make it a big day for all the kids and a big family day. Yeah, and just focus on the one for the year. We've got our events box and everything. So I'll do from then is I'll submit the events form for that day to council. We'll reach out to the food trucks, book the band in, get a shelter, and yeah. Any questions?
Sorry,
What?
Oh, see, not used to this, and I've only been here a year. So Tori, Kids Day is on the 3rd of March. Can you push out Kids Day? Is that okay? Oh, yep, okay.
you can have Kids Day
Yep,
anytime. So,
Cool.
we've
So
got
it's not
Kids
like
Day
a national thing?
There is a
Oh.
national thing, but it's really Kids Day is if you promote it as on their website and you get their packs and that. So realistically, you can have Kids Day anytime you want.
Yep.
So we just thought, because it's
Cool.
the same month, combine it
Yeah.
as a family day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So you said is Easter early this year?
Yes, so Easter's on the 29th to
Oh, yeah.
the Monday. Yeah.
So that'll be the weekend before Easter, which is cool. So you'll still do that down at the Domain, but the Kids Day will still be at the park, the kids' park, or?
I think so the event will be at the Domain, but the Harvest Centre have kindly said that they will open the kids' wall in the afternoon, so that can just be an add-on
Yep.
to the event. And like when we've done Kids Days in the past, we've contacted like the swimming pools and they have an event too, and Kiwi House do special deals. So I think it's about reaching out to them to see if we can have some add-ons and just make it one big cool
Okay.
day.
Yeah, so it won't be
Afternoon.
down like you've done in previous years at the little park. Oh,
No.
yeah, cool. Okay, thank you.
Is that all for that? Yeah, thanks, Tori. Joe, do you want to speak to the Kadora?
We've still got to connect on the 9th of, oh, no, sorry, I'm a bit naughty. I'm a bit out of the play after summer holidays and everything, but we've got a meeting, is it next week, I think, Katrina? a meeting about the trail. And also there's a meeting coming up with probably myself and Robbie from Sport Waikato and Jared from the Council on Parks and Reserves and Ōtorohanga College in regards to some funding they're getting through Sports Waikato and looking to maybe put some form of outdoor fitness equipment which could connect with the trail. So we're looking to talk about that in the meeting, but not to take over what we're doing and just have it all in one spot. Yeah, we still want that connectivity and have people walking around along the stop banks and because that's what initially was all about, just not driving to one spot and everyone trying to get something there. So in saying that, Katrina and I've forgotten the date. Katrina, can you enlighten me? I thought we were meeting. That's terrible. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, we're meeting with Robbie and to try and get at least two spots on the trail done by the end of the year. Yeah. So we have ideas at this stage, rudimentary, of probably 7 spots, not to say that we're going to do 7 spots, but we'd like to get at least 2 to show how it works to go in a full circle around the perimeter, I suppose, of the Ōtorohanga, CBD, so to speak. Any questions?
Awesome. So I'd probably just like to add to that, that when the little team has nutted out some of those areas, we'll probably ask council to write a report. Well, they need to okay it, all that, but money wise, we have money in our property or our, I can't remember what it's called. So a report would come to us to see if we approve to pay for those first 2 or 3 or 4 stations.
Along with, sorry, Katrina, looking at if there's locally any sponsorship or a good deal that maybe some engineers can build some of that equipment rather than going out and getting really expensive equipment. Yeah. Yeah.
Except my microphone wasn't on. So I'll say again, what Joe was talking about, the meeting between council, ourselves and Resilio Studio is on the 15th, Thursday the 15th. Resilio is the people that are doing the consultation for their reserve management plans.
And that's go through, sorry, we still have to go through and let Resilio and the council know through the reserve management plans. It doesn't mean that we can't do this, you know what I mean? It's just that we have to feedback and follow process.
Have you got anything to add on the dog park?
No, because it comes under the reserve management and again with Resilio and the plans, but it is very much still talked about when we have the meetings and as part of maybe the Hupatia bigger plan. That's where they look at this stage to think about putting it in the long run.
Awesome. Okay, so has any of the board members got any updates, meetings they've attended?
Oh, no, it hasn't. Through you, Chair. I just wanted to bring up, I've been spending quite a lot of time on the Waikato River Trail. So I was in Mangakino a couple of weeks ago and saw their road signs. And some of their road signs are the letters that need to have macrons on them. And just because of that, I've been real mindful of looking around our town, and there are a lot of signs that are lacking the macron for Ōtorohanga. I think that we don't have one up on the council building itself either. And just want to know if council's going to start putting those on, and also mindful that another road, Kōtare Drive, will be coming out, and has that been made, and if so, has a macron been put on the O?
Oh, thanks, Troy. Do you know, Mark?
No, I don't know the answer to that, but rest assured I've made a note and I'll follow that up, but I'm sure that we are aware that it's not on the main building. It's work to be planned next year, I think, on the external part of the building, so maybe we capture that.
Cool, thank you.
Just on that, I seem to recall, and I guess it shouldn't be quoted except now I'm going live with this. After the last meeting when we were naming roads, I seem to recall that Tanya and Jared, might have done it was Jared, don't know oh no, Jamie, talking about the road signs. And they were very aware, those two at that stage were very aware, saying when they go out to get that road name done, sign, they need to make sure the macron's on it. So it was definitely being talked about. That one was being talked about at that stage, I do know.
That's actually well said, Tori. I was in saying that about the council not having the macron, the Ōtorohanga Library, which is very, very visible, doesn't have the macron either, and that's a community facility, so that would be, yeah, great if that could have one.
I think it's more to do with when things get replaced, they will definitely have it. But if we went out and did a blanket to what's meant to have it, that's going to be a huge expense, because it's not just, well, we could go out with our sticky insulation tape and put it in. But yeah, that's probably not the done thing to do.
And saying that, when you clean the outside of the building, especially the library, you have to have scaffolding now. Could a macron not just be put up there?
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why it's been looked at.
Yeah.
I've made a note.
Because I know the three, correct me if I'm wrong, the three posts that are there, I mean, they're starting to look a bit dilapidated. They've got a bit of moss and that on them, so they must be coming up due to have them refurbished.
Yeah, I imagine so. Jared would have those in some sort of maintenance program. I know they would just.
They were done last year. No, they were,
Last year?
yeah.
Yeah.
so yeah, but I'm pretty sure that Jared has them cleaned and touched up every year. Yep. Yeah, Mark will add that to his list. Thank you, Mark. Has anyone else got any discussion? Joe?
It's really awesome to see. There's a really neat fence now which completes the part of the walkway down near the Motor Caravan Association coming up to the college. It just makes that whole area look great. I have a suggestion about another area that adds to that walkway that would just finish it. No, seriously, that's the last area in my eyes on that walkway, and that's that terrible fence that is partially a old wire fence, and then at some stage, because we did that piece of concreting along Progress Drive and widened the concrete and where the metal used to sit, and you go up onto the walkway there. So from the railway all the way to Balance or Bulk Lines building, so to speak, that fence, half of it's falling down, and then half of it was actually replaced by just some, what do you call it, steel rods and some single wire, because we did the concrete, waratahs, that's it. So yeah, so you come under the railway bridge on the right-hand side, if you're heading towards bulk lines.
Yep.
That whole fence line
Oh,
along
along.
there,
Along the bypass, yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't we mentioned that when we did our walk around last year,
Yeah.
didn't we? We went under there.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
yeah. So I just see that now you've taken that whole wire fence and made that really look or finished there. If that could be looked at and considered. I know there's a gate because there's an entryway into there, which is fine, it's a gate.
Can I ask, does it need to be fenced there? Because dogs are meant to be on leashes. I mean, the bit that you're talking about that's been fenced, Joe, that's a dog park, so totally get why that's got a nice new fence. But does our walkway need fencing along Hilpatea?
Well, it all depends. I mean, you get some rat bags coming down there in cars, and if they can access it, then you will, because there's plenty of that. stuff.
Silly me,
So,
why didn't I think of
yeah,
that?
Exactly. So it's, that would be a
And
big.
not just put, what are those things that police chuck across the road? Can we not just put them spikes?
Well, you've done the lovely fence down Phillips Avenue way that goes down to the weir. And I think that would just finish off. There's fencing everywhere else along that whole walkway. That would just finish it off. And you've got public driving around that all the time, going to the park. I don't know, just little bits to make the town. Yeah, and obviously somewhere along the line, you've done that because it's a dog park. Yes, I don't see that being any different to where we have to have the fence up because of access.
So basically, can you find out if that's in the budget to do for us, please?
I've made a note.
Yeah, and while you're checking the budgets, could you see if the picnic tables down by our wharepaku are getting replaced anytime soon? Because lots of people stop there, take photos of the cool wharepaku, and those tables are shocking. Yeah, and I mean, if they're not, I'd really like to know, because maybe that's another community board project that we could take on with some of our funds.
We've got a templated picnic table now that we've rolled out across the community. You'll see them all over the place that are built locally. So, yeah, I'm sure that's something I can discuss with Jared. It's just, is it 2 under there, under those?
3.
3, yeah.
And they've only got like one board where you sit. Like, yeah, that'd be cool. Awesome. Thanks, Mark.
Could I slip car fare in there on that then? Just noting that some of the seats are falling apart on the waterway down there, down by Makatu Marae and the boat room.
Just see the rates.
Mark will add it to his list. Thanks. Has anyone else got anything? Hey,
If I could, and it's not, I suppose it's not it's not entirely community board business, but just recently had a meeting with Thrive and staff for the year ahead, and Ōtorohanga College year 9 intake this year is the highest high they've had in the last 12 years or something. 109 or something, 109 year 9 students. I think that's just great news for our community.
just on that, I know, it's the development board is actually going to run for the college a speed dating careers day with them, like that was done in Te Kuiti. So we're just nutting out dates, and then hopefully the idea is to actually have past students come and talk how they got to where they are. So can you just let your daughter know that, Joe? And Tori, you yeah, so that's pretty exciting too, so that they can, yeah, think about what subjects they need to be taking to do.
I can let my son know.
True that. Pat, do you have anything? Steve? All good? Okay, so what's next? We've got our discretionary fund, which we'll just probably just leave there at the moment, and once we talk about our little projects and timeline, get that together, we might be able to spend that by the end of May.
Is there anything new that may be needed before, for, the 22nd of March, the picnic in the park?
Not for the picnic, but there might be some other things for other events.
Okay, so our resolution register. The Ōtorohanga Community Board adopt the following, it's published on, so is that dropping off, Kaya? Okay, so the Ōtorohanga Community Board adopt the following meeting schedule, so that's our schedule, so that can just come off the resolution register. Everyone happy with that? The Ōtorohanga Community Board recommends the pursuant to section 319 of the Local Government Act 1974, the Ōtorohanga District Council resolves that the access lots within North King Country Developments Limited subdivision on Harpers Avenue shown as lot 205, 206, drafted title being right of way. Oh, yeah, so that can come off too, Katari, because it's been done. Okay. Okay, so can we add to that that it must have the macron on that sign? Okay, so it's gone forward with the macron, so it should be printed with the macron. So no one else has any other business? So I will ask Tori to close our meeting with a karakia, please.
Kia tau, kia tātou katoa. Te atupai o tō tātou areki a Hukarati, me te aroha o te atua, me te whiwhinga tahitanga ki te wairua tapu, ake, amene.
And the meeting is closed.